Today we're up super early and heading to New Delhi station, where we'll be taking our first ever Indian train journey from Delhi to Jaipur.
These trains are long. We're in coach 11. We've been walking for like 3 minutes and we just got to coach 5. It's going to be a long walk.
There's Bob.
Oh, here already.
So we found our seats and we're now on the way to our next destination. To be honest, I'm not sure what we expected this train to be like. It is our first Indian railway journey, and to be honest, yeah, it's a very nice train. We've got a lot of room to sit. Seats very comfy, got lots of leg room and some aircon means it's nice and cool. It's not too busy at the moment, but there are a few people. We did book our tickets in advance, which cost 1,300 rupees, which if you're from the UK is exceptionally cheap. That's unreal. So we're now on our way to Jaipur, which will take about 5 hours.
Thank you.
At 097.
We didn't book any food for our train journey, but you do get a bottle of free water, which is pretty good.
So far on this trip we've had a free bottle of water, free biscuits, and some free tea.
Yeah, and a little chocolate in there. We didn't think we were getting any food, did we?
No, so I think you could have had food, but we chose not to. But then we've got some free snacks, free coffee, and free tea. So I presume there's a place to get hot water somewhere.
Yeah.
Railway welcomes you on board 12015 New Delhi Ajmer Shatabdi.
So it turns out that they bring the hot water round for you for your drinks. So now we're sat here watching the Indian countryside go by with a hot cup of tea. So we're about 3 hours into our journey, which means we've got about 2 hours to Jaipur.
So I've decided that we're 3/4 of the way through the journey and it was time for a bathroom break. Matt said the toilets were quite clean, they were nice. However, the toilet that Matt had wasn't available and instead we've got this little squatty potty. Yeah, so we'll give it a try. I don't think there's any tissue. It's a good job I've got some with me. There is soap though, so that's reassuring. And there's also some random metal tubs. I'm not really sure what they're used for either. But yeah, here goes. Okay, so overall, yeah, it's not too bad. It's a little bit smelly and it's quite rocky, so if you're trying to squat, it's got a little bit of this type of motion going on. There's a small window but you can't see through it, and nobody can see in. And like I said, there is soap, so there we go, little bathroom tour for you. And now I'll go and find Matt. On the way back to the seat, this man praised me for using an Indian toilet. He said it was very good and very good to see.
May I have your kind attention, please? We are reaching Gandhinagar, Jaipur in a short while. This train will stop at Gandhinagar, Jaipur for 2 minutes only. Thank you.
Oh,
We're in Jaipur, we've just arrived. We had a pretty comfortable train journey, to be honest, so good impressions of Indian trains so far. Although it did have a bit of a habit of sort of every time you try and fall asleep, it would like jolt forward like really, really severely. So yeah, nearly dropped a cup of tea and just didn't sleep that much. But yeah, we're excited to start the second part of our adventure.
ugh. Whew. So now we've got a 30-minute journey to our hotel from the station. Should have been 10 minutes if we got off the right stop, but that's travel for you. Our rickshaw ride's anything but eventful. So that cost about 120 rupees from the train station, so it's about 8 kilometres, which I think is a goodish deal. But then he took us down some alley, made a load of phone calls, then someone came out and tried to make us get out of the rickshaw to either go with them in another rickshaw or go to a separate shop. So yeah, not really sure what's going on then, but we've arrived at a hotel, so hopefully this is pretty nice.
So arrived at our room, we're in room 43 for the night. Ah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's
We've
really
got
nice.
a balcony as well. Oh, the man downstairs on reception was so friendly. He said if we felt like the room was too warm and the aircon wasn't enough, then he could always change us. And tomorrow when we check out, our next train isn't actually until 4 in the afternoon. So we were worried that we'd have to check out, say, I don't know, 11, 12 o'clock, which is like normal policy for most places. But he says, no, stay as long as you want, just leave your stuff, it's absolutely fine. So that's sort of a relief for us, really. And he was so sweet and so kind. So yeah, our home for the next 24 hours.
So we're really happy with our hotel room. We're meeting some friends a little bit later for some coffee, but we're going to take a little nap, just refresh before heading out to explore Jaipur. After our nap, we headed back into town to meet our friends Megan and Morgan for coffee and explored the famous Hawa Mahal together. Okay, it's about 6 o'clock, which means it's time to check on Laurie to see if she wants to go out again or if she wants to stay in and rest. Laurie, like predicted, refused to stay in, so we're going to the theatre. I'm not convinced she feels any better.
I'm fine. It's my own fault in a way because I haven't eaten very much today. I think because we got up so early, I'm not very good when I eat too early. And then, of course, classic deli belly. But yeah, I just need a little sleep and I'm back now.
Good.
We thought we'd check out a movie. To be honest, we expected something to be a Bollywood type film, but actually it's what looks like an action thriller. Apparently everyone in India gets a little bit rowdy, which is quite different from the UK, so let's go and see what happens.
44:45.
I don't think this is it, but I don't think anyone else is coming in.
Find
so we're back from the movie theatre. Thoughts?
It was good. It was really nice. It's a lovely building.
It was really nice.
Was
very
it one of the
pretty.
oldest cinemas in Jaipur?
I think so, if not the oldest.
Um,
How much did it cost?
So we stayed in the Ruby area. So it all is split off into different sections depending on where you want to sit. Ours was 110 rupees each, so we were very much near the front. We also had a couple of snacks, which were like 320 rupees, so it was
Yeah.
super cheap.
So like a sweet popcorn, a Snickers and a Twix, that came to 350. So came to like 500, 600 rupees altogether, which is
Yeah.
pretty good.
It was really good.
Yeah, but the film was actually really good.
Yeah.
Took us a little while to understand what was going on, trying to figure out who were the good guys, who were the bad guys. Once we figured out who the good guy was, then he started taking kind of names, taking no prisoners,
Yeah.
kicking ass. So
His name was Bolla, which
Go-
was the name of the film.
go on, Bolla.
But then everybody started sort of cheering, screaming, wooing. Everyone was really, really getting on board, which is
Yeah.
a very, very different experience to the UK cinema because in Britain nobody would dare say anything.
No, I'm not allowed to cough in British cinemas.
No, so it's a very, very different experience. And one that, to be fair, I'm glad that we've been to.
Yeah, it's actually
It was
it's really
good,
cool.
wasn't it?
It's
It
just nice
was
to do
good.
something a bit different. But if you can hear any kind of bangs outside, don't be alarmed. It's just fireworks, so we're
Yeah.
all good.
There's a festival, so it's
Yeah.
a day of celebration.
Absolutely. But yeah, today's been a bit of a strange day, but still a good day.
It has been a good day. I feel better than I did now.
Yeah, that's good. We've got one kind of fallish day tomorrow to explore the rest of Jaipur, so we're going to do our best to make the most of it. But for now, we're going to have an early night and catch up on some sleep.